Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Second down, Howell back to pass.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
They'll go play action. Howell.
That is caught at the 7.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it makes the score 21-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
A final shot before break. Lambert. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Now Howell. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Own territory. He coughs up the football. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Howell throwing for it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing to start the drive. Lambert. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Lambert. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, Dillon. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back to Dillon on 1st down.
And some room to maneuver. Past the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Jones. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Powell. Flushed out right. Wright's got it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. On 1st down, Lambert. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Dillon up the middle. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. This one swung out here to Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. back to throw. Lambert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lambert. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Howell.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Howell to throw.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Gets this to Gibson.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He's back to throw. Rolling to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he will have the conversion on fourth down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive.
They keep the game alive, at least for...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and I think they might have something in this young rookie quarterback because he certainly looked the part.
I have to ask you a question. Are you thinking similar to what I'm thinking? That these rookie quarterbacks, they come in more prepared than ever before?
Year after year, they just seem more comfortable from day one.
I think you start really young now. These quarterback coaches, they play against a better competition. They go to camps across the country. Then they play big-time games in college. So when they get to the NFL, it's not quite the same, how would you say it, pressure that they felt in years past. And these kids just go out and perform.
And keep in mind, he led them to a road victory here, even more impressive. So for Green Bay, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1.